trash, charring off the rotten parts to make them edible. Finn finally voices his concerns about the missing candy people, and Jake's response? Aggressive, violent. He grows enormous, looms over Finn, and demands that he not ruin the surprise. And here's where things get weird. Jake drops the knowledge that he's been waiting 6 months for this party, and Finn has no memory of this time passing. But the moment that seals the deal here is when bugs crawl out of Jake's ears as he laughs. At this point, something clicks. Jake isn't just acting strange, Jake actually represents something. In fact, this entire situation represents something. And when Finn finally makes his way to the sewer and finds the candy people trapped, weakly whispering in the darkness, the truth starts to take shape. He finds out who did all this, and it was in fact the deer from the very beginning. And then the most memorable part of this episode happens. The deer takes off his hooves to reveal human hands underneath. What does all this mean? Because this isn't just random weirdness. This is the key to understanding everything. No One Can Hear You isn't just a horror episode. It's a Finn coma dream depicting his internal struggle with letting go of his childhood and growing up. Now I know what you're thinking, coma theory, how lazy, but it's not one of those. Finn's injuries, the missing candy people, Jake's obsession with a surprise party, the deer's horrifying reveal. I'll explain it all. First and foremost, why is Finn having trouble letting go of his childhood and growing up? Well, it all starts by what happened 10 episodes earlier in Too Young. Remember that episode? Princess Bubblegum, after being temporarily de-aged, finally gives Finn what he's always wanted, a relationship. They go on dates, they kiss, everything seems perfect, but then the moment Finn feared most happens. PB grows back to her normal age, and just like that, everything changes. She looks at Finn, at the same boy she just kissed just moments ago, and suddenly he's not a romantic option anymore. He's just a kid. I mean, the heartbreak on Finn's face says it all. But Too Young doesn't show us what happens next inside Finn's mind. It doesn't explore how this moment reshapes his understanding of himself, of love, of growing up. That's what No One Can Hear You is. It's not just a standalone horror episode. It's Finn's subconscious trying to process what just happened to him. And once you see it through this lens, everything in this episode starts making perfect, chilling sense. Jake, Finn's best friend, his guide, the one person he always relies on, spends this entire episode acting completely insane. Now you might be saying that's because of his head injury. I mean, we obviously see bandages over his head, and he's constantly saying ouchies while touching his head throughout the entire episode. But remember in the beginning when I told you to remember the animations